All right, everyone, welcome back for another one. And I wanted to make another video since I just did that short one on the flare drop. Hopefully you guys can get that figured out. If you're holding XRP, definitely want to do that. I think this is going to be one of the most important drops in all of crypto, in the history of crypto, besides the Bitcoin Cash hard fork. But anyway, looking at the charts, first and foremost, I want to take a look at Bitcoin with you. I keep saying I don't see price action. I want to know that we're headed up from here. We have ran up roughly 90% over 2 months on the highest crypto, which already has a $355 billion market cap. We got bearish divergence on the RSI. Everyone were bullish, so I'm very contrarian from that standpoint. Everyone is thinking one thing. I usually think we're going to get the other. So I still have my price targets here. I think we can pull back to the 13.7 area and maybe all the way wick down into the 12s. I could be wrong, which is perfectly fine. I'm fully invested at this point, pretty much. I'm not trading. The only trades I make right now are on the Bitcoin mining stocks, which I'm about to get into in detail. I'm just saying don't be surprised if we have a pullback. But I'm not trading this according to that. I'm basically in a long-term hold perspective, at least until the end of next year. All right, but as you see, I mean, I don't know. I think this bearish divergence is the most significant part that everyone's overlooking. This is on the 4-hour. It's dating all the way back to October. So, yeah, just don't be surprised if we get retracement, all right? But one thing to point out, these mining stocks, they don't care. Riot up another 8.4% today, and it's now, other than that, if I can get the bottom. These wicks are hard to get. All right, whatever. We're up over almost 2,000% since the bottom March on Riot now, whereas Bitcoin's only up about 300, I believe. So the mining stocks continue to outperform Bitcoin. That's why I say that's how I invest in Bitcoin. To each their own. This is just the best opportunity out there to me for Bitcoin. So it's crazy, and they still keep going up. Whereas Bitcoin's down today, Riot's going up. Same thing with Marathon Patent. So I said I expected retracement on Marathon. Didn't get it. I think that will follow if Bitcoin goes down. But I think that these mining stocks are going to continue to get bought up until we see a retracement on Bitcoin at this point. Because it seems like people are finally catching on to these, right? It's up to almost $11 and it bottomed out around 50 cents in March. So people are buying it up. And I mean, I expect a pullback eventually right here. We're going to have to get some form of retracement or consolidation, but it's looking very more clear to me that high we hit in the end of 2017 when Bitcoin peaked of around $50. I believe we're definitely going to pass that now. I don't see any reason we wouldn't, to be honest. Because think about it. Right now, Riot's at $11 off of a 50-cent bottom, and Bitcoin hasn't really even made an all-time high yet. I thoroughly expect Bitcoin to continue to run easily to 100,000, in my opinion, and probably higher by the end of next year. Can you imagine how much fuel is going to be pushing the price on these mining stocks with Bitcoin numbers like that? Man, these things could turn out to be the best play in all of crypto, to be honest, over the next few years. All right, but same story with Marathon. I think it's just not getting as much fuel as Riot. I think it will follow. So, I mean, Marathon could be the better deal, value buy right now. So, yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on these if you haven't checked them out yet. It's something worth looking into. If we get any kind of 30-40% retracement, it might be a great entry for these. Obviously not financial advice, just my opinion. All right, someone in the comments asked me to review Ethereum, so I wanted to show you this post I made back in June for Ethereum as well. My price target's heading for the rest of the year and into next year. So as you can see, So far, I hit my first target, which was going to be $500 in September. I definitely got that. We wicked right up to it and then retraced a little. Now, as I said back in June, I thought we'd be up to around 900 by December. See if we get that number. We might not get quite there. Might get up to 800, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think still on track, as you can see. Wicked in. We're headed right towards that 900 mark. As I have into next year, obviously, the further you go out, it's harder to project. But I definitely think that Ethereum, peak target for Ethereum next year, all things equal, right? Bitcoin making new highs, Bitcoin up to 100,000, somewhere around that ballpark. I think we could see Ethereum hit up to 10,000 and maybe even wick up higher. All right. So, but my fair target for Ethereum by the end of next year is going to be 1,000. Right. So, for those of you that wanted to know, there you go. I think we can also be getting definitely into all-time high area middle of next year for Ethereum. So 2 to 5,000 throughout the summer, with a peak somewhere around 10,000. That's what I'm thinking. All right. XRP. So XRP has all the hype with the spark drop, flare drop, and everything. I guess that's what people want to blame it on, I guess you could say. But there's a lot more fueling the price for XRP than that airdrop, in my opinion. Oh, and as you can see here, we have this perfect bull pennant formed. This thing just looks ready to break out. I think it breaks out this week. And let's see. Where does that take us up to? So typically you measure the flagpole at the point you break out and see where that runs up to, $1.12-ish area. So definitely over $1, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it by the end of the week. Personal opinion. So time to get XRP was all in here. 15 to 30 cent area. It dragged through that area the whole time for two straight years almost. Oh man, I think it's off to the races. Like I said, we'll see what happens, but people keep making fun of it, and you guys do what you want. XRP has been the play all along. So, all right. Somebody also asked me about Nebl in the comments. So, it's not a project I was familiar with in 2017. At least wasn't something that I heard much about. But from a charting standpoint, this looks like it's pretty much found a bottom. I think it made a high as $64, something like that. And right now it's 44 cents. Just been selling ever since then. It's when the fuel to the market comes back with crypto, new buyers, and so on. If you're speculating things like these, you could definitely get an explosive move out of this. 44 cents, been as high as $64. I wouldn't be surprised to see it even get up back to that area. I wouldn't, right? But just looking at the project briefly, I mean, I don't really see something that I would be hyped about. Honestly, when I go to their website, brief explanation, it looks like they just built a blockchain. Blockchains can be used for whatever, but I don't see them even selling themselves as having any kind of unique aspect to what they've built. That doesn't mean it won't be used. People could definitely use it. Like they're running a proof of stake protocol as well. So I don't know. I don't see anything that personally is attractive to me, except maybe if you were speculating the price. So right now, 44 cents. I would not be surprised at all to see this thing at least get back to $4, 10x. Probably a lot higher than that, to be honest, just because of where we are going next year. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not something I would be super hyped about. Also, you always got to check out the market pairs. For some reason, it has this exclamation point next to Binance. So I don't know if maybe it's disabled on Binance now or what. And then hit BTC and KuCoin. So it looks like it only has 5 trading pairs with 2 of them potentially not being available, and 114,000 in daily volume. So looks like not much interest there from people in the crypto community. But when you get something that's down here in the very low market cap levels like it is, they can have extremely explosive moves. So that's my opinion on Nebl. And that about wraps it up as well. All right. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.